Okay guys, so look, I'm in here today working on my 32 Ford once again. Now look, this car, you know, it's old. I used a lot of old parts when we built the car. I mean, every single part in this car is 1950 and down. So nothing in the car is late model. You know, it's got a flathead in it, a 1949 Merc flathead in it. It's got this top loader old Ford transmission, which they ran for years. The problem is they don't really like a lot of horsepower. And the good thing is this flathead doesn't make a ton of horsepower. I'm talking maybe 100 horsepower. Usually these transmissions don't live past 150 horsepower. They break. This top loader setup has been around for many, many years. The only complaint that they really had about them was, you know, sidestepping the clutch in these things with, you know, 150 horse flathead, you're gonna break something. Well, unfortunately, I've broke some stuff in the transmission, and I was just gonna show you kind of what goes wrong with these things if they go. So inside of this top loader, what you have is this right here is your first and reverse. So this is first gear right there, and that's your reverse. Then you got second and third gear. But if you look really close at third gear right here, you can see this tooth chipped off right there. And when you turn it, it's jammed up. So when I got done, I put a new set of heads on this car again, and I fired it up to let it warm up so I could get heat in the engine, go drive it around, come back and retorque the heads. Well, while I was idling here, it literally locked up like a rod came loose in the motor. So I figured that something came loose in the motor. Well, we dropped the oil pan, me and Cash, and we looked in there and there was nothing wrong, nothing at all. So I figured, okay, it's gotta be in the transmission. So we pulled the transmission out, and in these old Fords, when you pull the transmission, you have to pull the rear end out of it because it's a torque tube setup. The torque tube actually hooks up right on here, it bolts on, and your U-joint's right here. So you slide it in like this, and you bolt your torque tube on, it goes straight to your rear end. But the only way to get the transmission out is either pull the motor out or pull the rear end out. And it was easier to pull the rear end out of the car. Now, inside of here, you got a main shaft, which is right here. This is your main shaft. Well, on your main shaft, if you look right here, you can see that there's teeth broke off in the main shaft too. So what I'm assuming is, I would say that third gear probably broke and started throwing junk around in the transmission, or even the main shaft probably broke off right here and it started picking pieces up. At this point now, we got it jammed up. So anyway, the moral of this story is, if you're gonna run one of these little baby top loaders, I mean, they do make I believe it's a T5 5-speed that you can put in these aftermarket to make them actually a better drivetrain. But if you want to keep it old, you got to keep running this old stuff. So today, I'm gonna run over to Uncle Dave's, and you know, he's got a bunch of junk out there. Me and Cash are gonna go try to find a transmission off an old flathead that he's got laying around out there, bring it back, put it in this car so we can go drive it around. But you never know. We're gonna go to Dave's today, and we're gonna make a lot out of this whole ordeal because he's always got so much stuff out there. You never know what we're gonna run into. So let's go check it out and see what we can find. All right, let's go talk to Dave. He's got a transmission we need to get, hopefully. That's right one. What's up, Davey?
Same old shit.
Same old crap?
Yeah. Hey, man.
What's up, buddy? So what's up? You got a flathead down here
Yeah.
with a tranny on it?
You want a good tranny or a bad tranny?
I want a good tranny because I already got a bad tranny.
Yeah, we got one over there.
Let's go take a look. See what we got back here. I remember this motor. I know. I knew this was sitting here. I just couldn't remember if it had a transmission on it. Dang, you even got the torque tube still hooked up to it.
On everything.
Yeah. It feels kind of good in there. It don't look like it's got too much. I might pull the top off it and look down in there.
Yeah. Well, we got one here with top off already. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's look at it. Oh, look at that.
A little rust.
Yeah, I won't even move. It's pretty solid.
Hey, good for parts.
Yeah, no, it really is actually. You know what's funny is that main gear looks a little bit smaller than mine. And I wonder if it's the difference in the years. What year do you think this is?
Oh shit, I don't have any idea.
I think all those top loaders are the same pretty much anyway.
Yeah, my brother says that all the four transmissions are the same from 35 to like 52. All guts were interchanged, but that's all I can tell you.
Well, it should work with what I got to do. I mean, I just need to put another transmission in, but this is probably the one to do.
Well, it's together anyway.
Well, maybe we'll grab some tools and pull it off real quick.
Yeah. We'll pull the top off on it too.
I mean, it feels pretty. How's it feel? Dude, actually, for sitting as long as it has, how long has this been sitting here?
20 years.
It feels good. Damn. I wish I could take 20 years off my life.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well, hell, Cash, let's grab an impact wrench and some tools. We'll pull it off real quick. We'll just do it right here, huh? Gonna clean this thing off so we can see if we can get the top off it. It's crazy how you could literally dig. It's crazy how you can literally dig it out of the frickin' dirt like it's a frickin' dinosaur bone, and then put it in your machine and run it again. Who knows how many years this thing's been sitting here. But what I want to try to do is get all the grease off around it so it don't fall in the transmission. Of course, I'm going to change the transmission fluid. If the gears look right in this thing, I'm just going to clean it up and throw it right back in my 32. All right, so we're going to take the top off this thing, look down in it and see if it's any better than the one that we got at the shop. It feels pretty good inside of there, but you never know until you get in there and dig around. Roll it over and see what's going on. Okay. Well, it looks like third gear looks pretty good in here. Let's see if we can get it to turn over. And I'm not really sure about the main shaft. Now, I'm not sure if those are broke off in there, which they might be. See, those are all kind of broke off right there. What do you think, Dave? I mean, there's only one way to do it is reach in there and see.
Well, if we had something to pry this other one over, see if the other gears like that.
Oh, and that one over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little pry bar. We can stick it in there. What I'm concerned about is that right there. And so this is your reverse and first. And first gear kind of takes a beating. So that's why I'm wondering if that's first gear is on the main shaft, just broke off those little pieces. All right, just to verify on this main shaft whether it's broke or not, I'm gonna dump this old, look at this stuff, it's like syrup. It smells good though. That's a good old stuff right there. Anyway, I'm gonna dump it in this other transmission and then reach down in there and see if there's some little broken off gears in there. I don't want to dump it too fast because I want to see. Oh, it's got a little water in there. All right, still did have a little water. Yeah. I don't want to get. All right, that's enough to where I can kind of look in there now. Let's put it back over here. What's crazy is I don't feel any. There's There's no broke off shit in here. Oh shit, let's just load it up and take it home. And if I have to, I could take a couple of them and build. I can build one good one. You know what I mean? Okay, so I need to do a little research, something that I don't for surely know here. Two different transmissions, kind of. The mounting points here are different than here. So I don't know if that's gonna mess with the length of the torque tube on this part right here, because if you see it's kind of thicker right there. This has got a rubber in it, probably for vibration. And another thing is the main shaft in this transmission, if you look at it right here, it's like a PTO takeoff, like on a tractor, like you've ever seen off the back of a tractor, which to me tells me that this right here would be a lot stronger than what we got going on here. But I'm sure the shifting on this is a lot smoother as it, you know, it slides up like this as you shift from, you know, say first to reverse. Okay, this one here is probably a little bit stiffer and a little harder to get in, but it's probably a lot stronger. I'm gonna assume that this transmission right here is an older transmission than this one right here. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take both these transmissions, only because I might be able to make a stronger transmission out of the two of them. I'm not sure yet. But I'm gonna get back, do a little research, and find out about a few of the specs on it and see if it'll work. I'm gonna load it up. All right, got a couple of transmissions loaded up. We're gonna head back to the shop here in a little bit. Right now, I can see Cash is over here very entertained on this trolley. We're gonna go take a look at it real quick, see what he's doing.